What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are officially live with Calcio with Reno Zed, of course, with my fellow paesano, a true Gopo, Juventino, Mr. Anthony Trimble in the house. What's going on, paesano?
Paesano, long time no see. I know it's been a while since I've been on, but no, it's good to be back again. And obviously, as always, in Juventus land, there's no shortage of news and no shortage of stories to talk about. So could be a good show.
Oh, yes, that's why it's a special event tonight, Juventus Talk with two Juventini, because it's never going to end. So there's always some news. We might as well, after several weeks, talking about the other teams, Juventus, Serie A. It's right to talk about our lovely Juventus. Justo?
Yeah, I agree.
Just believe it for Juventus, and that's it.
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom, like I always say. And before anything, you guys know the drill. If you're a big Juventino like us, a Serie A fan, a Italian calcio fan, a Azzurri fan, this is the best place to be. So please, like and subscribe to this channel. We're going to start off a little bit of everything. News or thoughts, good news, bad news. We'll try to make it special for everyone. Correct?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
So, Mr. Anthony, I ask you, because I did talk a lot about the Lecce game and in general, whatever's happening with Juventus. Let's do like a little theory. What are your thoughts? If you're happy, you're not happy, what can it change? Let's give a little recap what you think, because I said a lot myself, but then I'll get my 2 cents after you think. Then everybody at the chat, leave the comments, like, and yeah.
Yeah, so Lecce game. Oh, where do I start? Well, it was hard to watch because it was, typical Cortomuso fashion, Cortomuso Allegri win, right? But yeah, no, it was, just so many emotions, like roller coaster in a sense, right? Up and down. Like, you try not to get too upset with missed passes or missed assignments of, like, the midfield has the ball and just trying to find those open lines and open seams, right, to make passes. But I don't know. It's the one thing I picked up is it's almost like I felt like nervous energy from the team, the way that they played. And I know we've been talking a lot since even before that game, obviously with the Sassuolo loss. And
that was really bad.
I remember I said to you, I don't know if it's how do you say, like a statement or kind of a theory, but
yeah,
I really do feel like this team is like a direct reflection of the coach. And what I mean by that is, like, the team, the way they play, how they're uncertain about, style of play, passing, whatever, just basics even. It just sums up like Allegri and his tenure here with Juve the last 3 years since he's come back, right? Allegri 2.0. Like, he's run out of ideas, no creativity. To me, it seems like lack of ambition because, he's deflecting and not saying, the goal is to win the Scudetto or go out and win it, because he knows he doesn't have the team to do it. So it's very frustrating, right? And I mean, you could just see it, like it's almost like, when you have a confident coach who has ideas, who knows what he wants to do with his players, rotates his players, right? And doesn't have Rabiot playing every game, even if he stinks it up. Locatelli, a lot of people were upset with him. He's not playing well. Well, why is he playing every game then, right? Like, so little things like that. Like, you get this nervous sense of energy around the team. And, a lot of my Juventini friends, obviously, and family members that love Juventus are saying, well, there's still 4 wins, 1 loss, a draw. So the record shows they're still doing well. And I had one of my cousins earlier actually text me and say, oh, well, the other teams in front of them, the 2 Milano teams, this week slipped up. Right? But, I mean, yeah, you can say that it's like a moral victory. Like, okay, we're still right there. We're only 2 points behind. But
that's what I said today in my video.
You could argue that they should still be 5 wins and a draw or 5 wins and a loss, right? So, I mean, we're splitting hairs, but it's just a lot of people are mentioning too, and when they're, kind of going back and forth debating, it's like, well, this is what we've seen the last 3 years, right? And again, yeah, if this is what you're seeing the last 3 years, like, why do you want to continue to do the same thing over and over again, right? It doesn't make sense to me. So, we'll obviously talk about it more in depth, but that's just kind of, my thoughts on the Lecce game was it was hard to watch. They ended up getting the win. That's great, but I don't feel confident going into Sunday's match against Atalanta, that's for sure. And playing in Bergamo, we always tend to have a hard time, so it's going to be tough. The next 3 games for me is big. I think it really will tell us a lot about how the season's going to end up, because you go to Atalanta next week.
Yes.
It's the derby at home, then international break, and then at Milan at the San Siro when you come back from international break. So for me, that's like a big chunk of the season. You know what I mean? Like that, it can go either way. So I don't know. We'll see. What are your thoughts, my friend?
Not really. I just received a message through a friend that says the comments are off for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, really? Eh? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I see one comment, but it's from Facebook. So I don't know if the YouTube.
Facebook.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know how. Huh. That's totally weird. Post
Must be
comments.
like a setting or something.
I have no idea. That's really weird. Mamma mia, that's not good. That's making me worried. Always something with this thing. Well, I see my thoughts, then I look on something.
Yeah, no worries.
Well, pretty much you said it. I said it even last time on with Anthony, the same thing about you said. So I don't know. I don't know what to say. I know people saying it's even the players too, but yes, we are kind of close based on the table. But the reality is, we cannot hope to see, that the other teams are going down in order for us to do good. You know what I mean? Because we have to do better. Because with this style, how long it will manage? Because we've seen already today. What's it called? With Roma, with Mourinho style, unfortunately, of course, he doesn't have the players like us. They just lost again with Genoa, so I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. Like, we always said, even when we did like our prediction for the season and stuff, the main thing is just wanting to keep it close, right? For as long as they can. But it's just the way they're going about it. Like, win, lose, or draw. It's like, it's ugly. Like, it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Even when they win, the only good win was Lazio. That's it. 1 out of 4. So it's just that inconsistency, which, again, this is I hate to be that guy to constantly beat this drum about the coach or whatever. And I get I've heard everyone's position on it, right? But how can you be inconsistent if you've played with the same coach for 3 years? And I just wrote it down here, as I told you in the green room. 12 players on this roster played for Allegri since he's come back. Allegri got hired May of 2021. Both goalies, Szczesny and Perin. Alexandro, Danilo, DeCilio, Rugani on defense. Rabiot, Locatelli, McKennie in the midfield. Vlahovic, Chiesa, Keane. 12 players, right? Vlahovic came in January that season of 22. So, but it was still May 21. Allegri got hired for the 22 season. Okay. So these 12 players have all played for Allegri the whole time. So again, I get it. It's the players that go out on the field that have to play, right? But again, I've played myself, whether it's high level or not. Like, when you're,
what you're talking about.
When you're an athlete, when it's just like this, when you're an athlete And you
I'm
have a
just gonna
coach.
go off screen one minute, but just keep on talking. You hear my voice. You just need to figure this out, but
Yeah,
keep
no
on
problem.
talking. Yeah.
But basically, yeah,
You
when
hear
you're an
me.
athlete and you have a coach, yes, you have to think for yourself when you have opportunities, right, to maybe be creative on your own or whatnot. But a lot of the times you're trying to do and replicate the coach's message of what the coach wants you to do. So again, they're playing the way Allegri wants them to play, and it's not working. So
Yeah,
whether
I believe you, bro. I totally
whether it's
believe
lack of
you.
creativity or whatever, right? But this is just what drives me crazy. And again, the whole reason he didn't leave in the summer or they didn't choose to let him go in the summer was because of money. Okay, so you're going to get through what, this season or half of this season and then let him go because there's less money and time remaining on his contract, right? But
Yeah.
I don't know, just like I said, I really think with these 3 games coming up, like it's a crucial point in the season, even though there's still a long way to go, that like this can determine the entire season. Because if they keep him and they keep going up and down like this, yeah, sure, they're 2 points back, but who knows? Like who knows what's gonna happen? I don't know.
Mhm.
For me, I'd rather them bring someone in temporarily. Like I said, we've discussed it. We'll talk about it when you bring it up, but like Conte as an example, just for this season, not forever, just for this season, get them into the top 4. Because I don't know, like as crazy as it sounds, I don't know if Allegri will get them in top 4. Last year, yeah, he got them in, but the minus 10 points, okay, whatever, that's out of their control. But
Yes.
it just, it's stale, it's flat, just everything about them. It's just, yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, not good. Now the comment seems like it's working. I don't know what happened. Thanks to Pasquale, he messaged me.
Yeah,
It's
well,
working now. Just wanted to say, let's hold our horses. We are only 6 weeks and 32 to go. The road ahead is long. Pasqua, it's been 3 years we have this coach. Come on. We said it even last year, and then, I know you're happy that we have Allegri because you're Interista, you want to win. So I understand that. With all due respect, me and Anton, we think alike, and he has some good points, and I totally agree with Anthony. Like, it's not we're anti-Allegriano whatsoever. We want the best for our team. And like you just said, how come Locatelli played good at the beginning? Because he was
well,
under
it's just
Spalletti, and then it kind of went in his old ways. Like I said, I never wish the team to lose like most people do. I want to see the win. Hopefully, to see like we've seen with Lazio. Like Lazio and Udinese would play good. Bologna 50-50.
yeah.
Sassuolo, forget about it. Which the beauty of Sassuolo, they beat Inter, so it gives you a breeze. You know what I mean?
Well, everybody's saying that because they beat Juve set them for, now they're going to beat all the big teams because they beat Juve, now they beat Inter. So now they just got to take out Milan and that's it. They took out all the big boys, right? So
Just want to answer this lady. Anna Santore Forzale,
yeah,
Napoli. I know you're
Napoli.
sitting here laughing at us, but you should look for yourself. What happened last time? Yeah, you guys won, but I don't see you guys winning again. So good luck, Carissima.
No,
And of
yeah,
course, Adam, Napoli for sure. Grande Adam. Bye. So, yeah, of course, there has to be some banter, but it's okay. Bring it on. Then with me, you're not going to win. So, what else? Yes. What will happen if Allegri gets fired tomorrow and the next coach doesn't qualify for the Champions League? That's not say that there are talks about the new coach. Of course, whatever the decision is, it's going to be a good one. Why if he stays here, hey, we're not going to make the top 4. We're going to lose more money. Pasquale, leave the old school mentality. Aria fresca, per favor. Do you
well,
agree with that, Anthony?
no, yeah, I was gonna say, let me put it this way.
Okay.
Everybody mentions the one or the two circumstances where it's happened and it's gone this way, but even in other sports, I can relate it in other sports too, in hockey especially. Okay, I know this is a calcio, but we
No,
call
it's
it
fine. It's always good.
we call it the new coach bump. So because the second a new coach comes in, doesn't matter if it's Conte or whoever, the second anybody gets a new coach, it's like a fire gets lit under their what, because they have to, okay, now we got a new guy we have to impress. No, like I said, no guaranteed spot in the roster, in the lineup, like Rabiot every game. And yeah, they're saying, oh, his defensive numbers are good. He recovers the ball, this and that. I don't care. When he gets the ball, he doesn't know what to do with it. He can't even make a pass. Like, the
He
problem
had
is
that
that,
one good year. Then after the contract, he went back to his old
yeah.
ways.
And that's the thing. These guys know that they're secure with Max because they're Max's players. That's why they play, right? Like,
Yeah, they can do whatever they want.
at least hold yourselves accountable. Have the coach hold the players that are not playing well to a certain standard, and not just the young guys like Fagioli, always punishing Fagioli, Miretti, the young guys. Oh, Agati, because he scored in his own net or whatever. Which again, that was, for me, that was Szczesny's mistake. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that because that was a couple games ago, right? But it's like, yeah, that's what I would say to Pasquale's point. Like, I understand there's the fear of, you sack the coach, you bring in somebody new, and then you still don't make the top four. But I am telling you right now, they would easily get in the top four. I'm not saying they're going to win the Scudetto, but I'm saying that just with the new coach, they would get in. With Allegri, they still probably will, but it's hard. It's not a guarantee, just based on what we're seeing. You know what I mean?
Well, we're in this position because la nostra società, it's downhill. Like, I agree what Pasquale says, not a minestra riscaldata. I agree with you, but talk about minestra riscaldata, there's still rumors that Conte might come. So am I happy about the situation? No. But if he can come for a year, it fix the team, hoping to see the whole Conte and not Allegri part two, then we'll see, because he's in talks with Calvo, Giuntoli, as Anthony was telling me before, and we heard the news, which I heard on Sunday through my sources, that Calvo's not happy because if Allegri loses with Atalanta, Torino, with the small teams, he's next in line. He was at the Lazio game. I know he lives in Torino, but that's where Conte is focusing. He wants to come to Juventus, so I don't know.
Well, and again, like, I mean, obviously, we said, yeah, no ministra riscaldate, whatever. Like, we get that, but at the same time, like, if you don't have somebody right now that you're gonna say, okay, I'm gonna choose him instead of Conte because he's long term our solution, our option, then I don't hate the idea of Conte for just the rest of this season. And then, like I said, in the summer, going into 24-25 season, then you decide and look long-term. Okay, Zidane, do you have the money for Zidane? Yes or no? Does he want to come here? There's other
you need the big players for Zidane.
Yeah, well, yes and no. He had a lot of young guys on that Real Madrid squad that he...
Yeah, but they're all good players.
Majority of them, yes, were already in their prime, obviously, but there were still some young guys that were.
I don't know,
but
because he's kind of like Allegri. So
I'm using him as an example. I don't think they would even get him because he's too much money, right? So
no, I know, Mirko, you really hate Allegri. I don't hate nobody. You really love Allegri.
It's not a hate. It's not a hate. Personal hate. It's a It's a sports.
Nobody hates. Are you okay, Mirko? You answer my question. Are you happy how we're playing? You actually think that we're gonna do good if this guy continues with this anti-culture? You answer me, Mirko. I'm not anti-Allegriano. Put it in your head. I say the reality, not anti-Allegriano. Unfortunately, this last 3 years, I'm not happy with him. Are you happy? You answer my question, Paesano.
Me? No. No, I'm not. But
well, I'm telling Mirko too. Well, I know you're not. Sorry, I didn't specify. I should say Mirko.
But yeah,
I think that Tudor will be a better choice, and we'll get less than what Allegri and Kodo will get. I want Tudor too. I know what you mean. It's cheaper. Like he had he quit Marseille because he's supposed to come with us, but I don't know what's happening. So I don't know. If Conte is really desperate to come to Juventus, he might have a little cut, I believe. So I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see what John Elkann has in his head.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with Tudor. Right? Don't get me wrong. But we'll see.
Yeah, he'd be a new fresh idea, right? Which is exactly what we keep saying we want. We don't want the same recycled coaches, obviously. So
Yeah, exactly.
new and fresh for sure. But yeah, we'll see.
I don't know what to tell you because that's all been talking. It's not like we're talking about culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I
They don't
know.
talk about this guy. Sorry, did you talk about the players that were with Allegri before?
Yeah, so I
Oh,
mentioned it's 12 of them, and
okay. How you
they're
want to
all.
rate?
So what's that?
How you want to rate all these players since he's playing? Rabiot, Locatelli, Danilo, Chiesa.
It's even hard for me to do that because I like
Yeah,
going back in
yeah.
the years to try to, it's just
Remember,
been so no, well, just because they've all been so up and down. They like the only one you could argue maybe who's been consistent didn't play all of last year, which was Chiesa, or for
Chiesa. Yeah,
you know what I mean, because he was hurt. But like of all the guys, like they've all been so up and down. Even Vlahovic, like they spent the money to get him, and the first year he was okay that season. Then last year up and down, and this year started strong, but now is having a little bit of issues, right, with his back. But
I'm not Santora. I don't want to be rude or anything. I know you're a Napoli fan, but tonight we're talking about Juventus. Like, there's lots to talk about. So, if you want to watch some Napoli news, I give you a YouTube channel. Go watch. Like, pretty much, there's nothing really much. Do we need to talk about what happened to Osimhen? The fact
I
that
was
he
gonna
might
say,
leave. Do you want
yeah,
me to say something? Anna, let's keep the comments cool off, please. Thank you. Buona serata. Certe persone, mamma mia. Wait until the end of the season. If Inter doesn't win the Scudetto, we can do swap coaches.
no,
Simone
no,
to you. No, not a chance.
no.
What? Wait till the season. If we wait till the season, it's going to get worse. And of course, to see you win, no, we don't want to see you win. I'm sorry, Pascal. With all the love, respect. No, no, no. Mirko, sorry, man. First, tell me the coach you want, but need to be available and possible. No Guardiola, Klopp, Zidane, etc.
Okay, well, I can give you a few examples right now. One would
Here you
be
go ahead,
for me,
Anthony.
I like Italiano. He's good, and I don't think he's going to stay at Fiorentina for his whole career, and he's possible. Now, well, to a certain extent, because I know Camiso is a little bit of a pain in the ass, but again, depends on the will of the coach. So there's one. De Zerbi, everybody's going to throw
Yeah,
him
I
right
like that
away,
Zerbi. Okay.
but the problem is, yeah, it makes sense for sure for Juve. It would be great for the fans, but the thing is, I don't know if he number one would want to come and coach Juve. Number one, and number two, he's not going to leave the Premier League now. So
Yeah,
it's
because he
gotta
might.
kind of
Yeah, because let's say if Chelsea, like you were saying last time, it doesn't do good, they might get the Zerbi.
one of
Because
those
even
big.
Milan were thinking about the Zerbi. I will love the Zerbi.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. One of those big teams in the Premier League, like Chelsea, as an example, because they're struggling. If they sack Pochettino, that's the first person they're going to go for, and Brighton's going to take the money and run. And if not them in the Premier League, and he does come back to Serie A, yeah, Milan's the team. So,
Yeah.
but
Well, for me, yeah, I don't mind Italiano the Zerbi. Gasperini, I don't mind. Like I said, Tudor. What do you like, Mirko? You asked me.
what about do you like Thiago Motta? I like him.
Thiago Motta?
Yeah,
I don't mind. I don't mind Dionisi. Here's our
Dionisi's,
answer
yeah,
from Mirko, of course. Italian with this team gonna be out
yeah.
i-
With
in
this
1 month.
team, but when a new coach comes in, they're going to bring in new players too. Even if Allegri leaves, or even if he stays this year, like they're already talking about reworking the roster. So yeah, sure, it's easy to say with this team he's going to be out in a month. No kidding. Allegri should have been out with this team, but he's not because of the high salary, and that was their own fault for paying him, right? But you're asking us for ideas of which coaches. We're giving you some ideas,
Why don't you tell us, Mirko? I know
more
you love
realistic than
Allegri.
Klopp
You
and
tell me.
Guardiola, right? So, you know,
Available are Gotti, Mazzari, Tudor, Zanetti. Zanetti.
Montero.
Ruben and Montero. We'll see. You never know. There's always big surprises, so we'll wait and see. Yeah, even Conte's available. You forgot about that, Pasquale?
Yeah, he's begging to come back, but
We'll see. I know Mirko doesn't want Conte. I know why he's saying that. If Elkin don't catch fuori I piccioli, we won't have money to buy
but
nobody.
yeah, exactly.
Well, if he doesn't, se non cacci i soldi, amico mio, stiamo peggio padri. E poi a voi a sognare la Champions, caro Mirko, e lo scudetto. Andiamo, paesano, fai il serio. Mamma mia.
Yeah.
So, it's lots of fun. Well, we're going to get that. So, speaking, okay, we talked about the coaches. But now Giuntoli is, yeah, you want Manfredi Marchesi. Sure,
Ooh.
buddy. Give me a break. Manfredi, the old coach. Give me a break, man. Speaking of coaches, we talk about coaches, about players. That Giuntoli now is on the case looking for new players. Apparently, there's a name today, Pierre-Emile Hobiek. The thing is, he played with Tottenham, which we heard this name even last year. But then the same rumor comes along with Turan. So we'll wait and see. And Jen, if we get one of these players, because now it seems like June is getting on the go. So there's going to be a lot of rumors from now until December. What are your thoughts about that? I know you've been saying a lot about Turan, but this Hobiek guy, I heard a lot about him. He seems pretty good.
Well, yeah, it just depends on, obviously at the time everything's financial, like tied to finances, right? So it just depends on which way they want to go. If they're going to, like, are they going to sell any of their own players in January?
Yeah,
Which doesn't seem like would be a good idea, obviously, because you have one competition and we don't know what's going to happen with injuries. But
exactly.
like, Turam is the obvious choice because he's young, but he's the more expensive option. So they need to raise funds in order to even think of getting him, because they're saying, oh, they're going to go in with an offer of, I think, 30 million, they said, but he's valued at 40 or 50. So if they're going to go in with 30, Nice isn't going to budge on that. So, but Højbjerg, pretty much, again, I don't watch Tottenham, so I'm not going to profess to say that I know the guy inside out, but he's pretty much a similar profile to like a Frank Kessie, right? And all those guys all are similar profile, basically. Like, they're strong, grinta, like defensive midfielders. So they're gonna, if they get him, the hope is to, I guess, move Locatelli up the field as like an attacking midfielder. Maybe to be able to distribute the ball a little bit better and get in the offensive action too. But yeah, personally, I would obviously go all in for Thuram. And in January, because if you let him wait till the summer, forget it. Premier League teams are gonna blow you out of the water, Liverpool
Yeah,
and whoever
exactly.
else, right? So, but I mean, Højbjerg, yeah, he's solid, 28 years old. So he's still got a lot of game left, and by the sounds of it, yeah, he's like just full of grinta. He fights for the ball all the time. He can win it back and give it to the guys who are more skilled on either side of him, or up top to the attacking mid and the forwards, and go from there, right? But again, it's almost like pointless to talk about players, because what's going to happen with the coach and his system? Like,
The
even
system, yes, because with
will
the
he fit?
3-5-2, if they
Yeah,
fit on the 3-5-2.
yeah. I think personally, I think that's why they want Højbjerg, because he will fit Max's system. So that's why. But for me, it's so hard, because it's like, how can you even plan for a team for Max? Because, okay, we want him out tomorrow as an example, right? But let's say he does stay the rest of his contract. He's got one more year. And then after another year, then what are you going to do? Re-sign him? Or are you going
I
to
hope not.
finally let him go, right? And then get someone else. So that's the thing. It's so hard, because Giuntoli, as the sporting director, is meant to bring in the players. Essentially, they try to bring him in for the coach, right?
Yeah.
But to me, he doesn't have, even if he stays his contract, okay, I don't get my wish and he doesn't leave right away, whatever, he stays another year. It's like, you got to plan for after that. Now, what Pasquale just said to me, that would be makes the most sense. Samardzic is
He
probably the
told me
best
that yesterday.
because he's
I
also
said,
because he's
I want to see it till I believe it. So that'll
yeah,
be great. Yes, 100%.
but it's because he's more affordable. Like he's actually an affordable option, right? Realistic option. But and Udinese too. Like at that point in the season, based on how they're playing now, like they're probably going to be out of it. Like I don't think they're going to be relegation, but they're going to be bottom of the barrel, right? Bottom of the table, whatever. So
Yeah,
Samardzic for me would be the best.
fantastic.
Like yeah, other obviously Thuram is the dream because he's better and younger, whatever. But like Samardzic is right here in Serie A. Like I don't know. Oh, and
Mm.
that's a good comparison. Never around. Really good comparison.
He's Interista. Hobeberg reminds a lot of Kedra.
Khedira,
I
yeah,
hope
that
so.
would be good. Khedira was good for Juve, so you never know. Maybe similar
James, don't
profile.
even start with me, buddy, with this Allegri, please. James, five bravo. Why you think, Tremblay, answer the James question, because I'm sick of to answer the same question he tells me.
The thing is, he's saying with these players, and I get that, but at the same time, it's like again, I don't know. I truly believe that like until we see it, until we actually see them get rid of him, nobody will believe he'll go, right? So how are we to know if they don't bring in somebody new that they won't affect the team in a positive way and they start to play better? Like I said, new coach bump, like it happens. Like it's a real thing. Like it happened twice, I think, in a couple other leagues recently where a new coach came in and did nothing. And okay, you can use Pochettino right now at Chelsea, but Chelsea is
I
a
know.
really bad example. I would never use them because they literally just spent so much money and didn't build a squad with like no cohesion, nothing. They just threw money at the wall. Juve can't do that. They don't have money. So and yeah, the devil, but this is why he's been here this many years too long. The devil, sure,
Sure, James. Sure.
but
Whatever.
I don't know.
Good exam still early. Well, we'll see, James. Hey, but if they're thinking about to get this Hopperberg guy from Tottenham, does it give you a sign they might call Conte? I know you don't want Conte. I want to see your reaction if they call Conte, James.
Well, yeah, it's like they're bringing in players for Conte. Yeah, oh, man, I don't
I
know.
bet you anything next after he leaves, Allegri's going to go to Inter. What are you going to say about that?
Yeah, or he can go replace Pioli at Milan. Go back.
Do you see this comment? You answer this comment. Like I don't know what to say. Like you see how when I got a deal, how they defend
Yeah,
this guy?
I
No,
know.
no comment.
Too dangerous to get a new coach. You know what you will lose, but now what you get. And Allegri will definitely make top three. Well, yeah, I wish I was as optimistic as you are, Pasquale. I like to think that I am, but I don't know, man. A lot has to
This
go.
is an old school mentality, Pasquale, between you and James, please. There you go. If Allegri goes to Inter, he's dead to me. Well, I wish that happened so you can stop defending him. He,
That would be
how can you believe
hilarious.
that this guy's gonna do? Did you watch? Do you watch the games? Are you happy about these games, James? Come on, man. Be honest, bro. Man, you always gotta try to push my buttons.
Like I said, for me, out of the 6 games, I think there's been 2.
Come on, I
Yeah,
know you will
of
love
course.
that because you want to save your team. Like, sorry for your loss yesterday, but Inzaghi, we can see the Inzaghi effect going down. So I wouldn't be too sure, guys. So let's keep it clear.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know why they brought him back, but they did. So now we're stuck with him again.
Yeah, but now you're defending him, James. That's not good. We can't get along, James. I'm sorry, man.
Well, it's because he's saying about the players we have, right? And like I said, I get it, but man, I just said like we have 12 guys that have been here since the start of his 2.0 return in May 2021. Of all those guys, like there's only been one who's been consistent, but he's been hurt for a year, which was Chiesa.
His has been consistent.
Everybody else is like this, man. Like
Yeah, rebuilding, but we haven't seen an improvement. No good play. Won't joke. Like nothing. It's the same Cortomuso anti-calcio, James. Come on. In order to have Allegri do good, you need to spend money. So,
Pasquale, I agree with all of those teams except for Milan. I would say that that's going to be Juve's, of those teams that you're mentioning, that's Juve's toughest challenge. And Atalanta, slightly below Milan. Like Sunday's game is going to be, you're going to see. It's going to be tough. But
I will never underestimate Atalanta, Pasquale, because Atalanta can be tough.
It depends who plays, though, because I saw, and our buddy Scamacca, he's hurt.
So a casa Napoli, signorina. A casa.
So
it's not the team of 2019. You have to have a comment and work towards improvement. Allegri started this year much better. Cortomuso in one game. And Reno, you think it's the whole season like that? Yeah, it's going to be the whole season like that. In 20 minutes, we're going to play good, and then we're back to Cortomuso. Man, che stai a dire, James? Come on, man.
My whole thing and answer to this, not argument, but like the
only thing. Go ahead, Anthony.
The only thing I would say to this is that I agree with what he's saying. That it's only one game, and the rest of the season is not going to be like that. But when you watch your team and they look scared, it doesn't matter if it's one game, how many, like they look scared all the time. The only game they didn't look scared was Lazio. One game,
and Udinese.
1 out of 6.
But in 3 years, we've been saying this. It's the same thing over and over again. Even last year, those 9 straight games in a row. 2 of them were great, but the rest, it was all Ortomuso with the last game with Lazio at the end of the year. Then we go against Napoli, and we lost 5-1. So, come on.
And to Pasquale's point, I get what you're saying, individual players, but the problem is that like Milan as a team and their formation 4-3-3 way better than a 3-5-2. But again, that's my opinion. Like
Pasquale, I know you don't like Milan because you guys beat them 5-2, but at the same time, we have to wait and see. Like at the Champions League, they still play like a team. You know, I don't like Pioli, trust me, because Pioli and Allegri sono due sacerdoti, you know what I mean? They're both the same. But I don't know.
And I get that Magnanelli is making a difference because that's James's next comment there. Magnanelli came in, but I don't know.
You watch the games, James. I'm sorry. I watched them. I rewatched them, so I don't know. Yes, with Magnanelli, but 2 games. With Bologna, Sassuolo, and Lecce, even though we win, for me, that wasn't that great, buddy. So, whatever.
If that's the case, that's 3 out of 6. That's half the games, right? So that's why, we got to give them more runway, more time. There's more games, sure, but it's just it's a worrying sign if they're already doing it in the first 6 games, right? Like again, they're trying to create this offensive style, and well, they say they are, but again, we saw it really for 1 full game. But anyway.
Well, we'll see. On Tuesday, they're going to play again. Well, they're going to play with Lazio, Milan, and what's it called? Dortmund next week.
Ooh,
Milan.
Yeah.
So,
that's tough.
So we have to wait and see. Hey, but you guys lost with Sassuolo, so pretty much us 3 teams, we're all on the same page.
You can thank Juve for setting up Sassuolo this whole season. Now they're going to beat everybody.
Well, we got to thank the ref tonight asked the red card to Berardi. So that was our save for Berardi to score Inter.
That guy, I don't care what anyone says. I know our buddy's not here to defend himself and say how much he loves Berardi, but man, I can't stand that guy. He's not that good at all. Like, I don't care. I get it.
You want to talk about that after? Because our paesano is always yapping about it.
He's got 4 goals. Like, I get it, but just for Sassuolo, he's the best player to ever play for Sassuolo. That's it. Like if he goes to a big team, because apparently he wants to now go to a big team. If Juve doesn't get him, for me, and I'm not just saying this to stir the pot, but Inter would be good. He'd be good there, or Milan.
No, Milan, I think, because
they play a 4-3-3.
because Inter it's a 3-5-2. He won't fit.
Right. So exactly, and unless Limone gets fired and they change their formation,
Yeah.
it's like coming to Juve, same thing. Where's Allegri going to play him as a right wing back? He's supposed to
No, it
be
doesn't fit. We
the
saw
only
that with
way
the national team.
the only way to do it is you have to do a 3-4-3. So you have the two wingers up top with Vlahovic, and then you put Chiesa on one side and him. But again, Allegri's too stubborn. He wants to play 3-5-2. So Berardi doesn't make sense. Like you said it earlier this week in your video. To spend that money on him, you could spend it on a midfielder or a defender, whatever. Just
Yeah,
it doesn't make
30 million is too much.
You don't need another attacker, that style attacker right now. Like we're good. We're good the way we are. Like Chiesa is playing great as a second striker. Miracle. Yeah. It would just be nice to have maybe another better wing back, and ideally another center back would be nice. But again, that's asking a lot right now. So we're gonna have to wait till next year. But yeah, you don't need Berardi and his money. It just
no. Do you agree what James said here? Cortomuso, it's every time, man. Maybe Inter use a little bit of Cortomuso in some situation, but with us, it's all the time. Let's leave the Lazio game. Are we going to see a nice performance? And not every team, because Atalanta, we're going to see on Sunday. Let's hope we win, but they're tough, my friend. So let's see, Pasquale. You agree what James said, Anthony? Sorry.
Yeah, well, to a certain extent, like he's every team, sure, if they're up a goal, they're gonna play Cortomuso, but like the good teams don't just rely on that; they also do try to add an insurance goal, so they're up by 2, right? But I don't know, just when you play that style all the time to try to squeak out a 1-0 result, and like Anthony from Inter Worldwide said it on your podcast the other day with you two, he said you can't park the bus in this style of football anymore. He agreed with what you were saying about
exactly,
right. Like, and that's an Interista that we're not supposed to get along with. But I mean, he just keeps it real. So I
have nothing against Anthony, but like what Pasquale is saying, I know you said this on Tuesday too, Pasquale, but we'll see. One game a week, but like what just Anthony just said right now, if we play this Cacaria, it's not going to happen. Of course, you got tired with the Real Sociedad, with Empoli. That's all you lost with Sassuolo. One game a week? Madonna. We lost with Sassuolo, and then we barely win with Lecce.
I just want to say one thing. And again, I know it's early, but remember, if you go back to the prediction show, I was the one that had Napoli out of the top 4, and everybody thought I was crazy. So just remember that as we start going along here, because I said Atalanta 4th. So whether that happens or not, but I did say the 2 Milan teams and Juve top 3. With Juve, I said Scudetto, but they're not going to win, which is fine. But I did say Napoli is not going to be in the top 4, even after winning last year. I said that they're not going to repeat. So I'm keeping that prediction, and I'm sticking with it.
I believe you.
Our friend, what was our friend's name there that was Napolitana in here? Anna Santorelli. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry, but your team is not finishing top 4. You guys are a tire fire.
Let us laugh. They won't laugh at the end.
And
then it's going to be like every season. As much I liked how Napoli played last year, like congratulations, but let's try to calm down.
And Osimhen's going to leave in January, and the rest is history. Sorry.
Sorry.
So
never around. Stupid as Sassuolo is going to be a Juve player next season. I don't think so. There's no way he will fit the 3-5-2, and no.
I don't think so.
Even for you guys, if he goes somewhere, maybe Milan.
Let me put it this way.
Go ahead.
The only way that happens is if Allegri's still here.
I know, because he wants Berardi so bad.
Yeah. But again,
so I don't know.
He wants him that bad. How is he going to use him if he wants to play a 3-5-2? This is why it doesn't make sense to me unless all of a sudden he's going to change his formation, right? Even the other day before the Sassuolo game, everybody's freaking out. Oh, they're playing a practice game against each other. The main team was 3-5-2. The other team, the bench, was playing 4-3-3 because he was trying Cambiaso at right back and Kostic at left back, this and that. And everybody's getting excited thinking he's going to change the formation. But no, he did that because Sassuolo plays a 4-3-3, not because he's going to change. Like I would appreciate if he changed it, but he's going to say, I don't have the players. So
Yeah, but the problem with Berardi as that position, the 3-5-2, I think we've seen it with Italy and Macedonia. He missed the goal. It doesn't fit. We're going to see another Locatelli. Like, I feel bad for Locatelli because he is a good player. And I know everybody's excited to see Berardi because with Sassuolo, he's doing great. Don't get me wrong. Even last year against Milan, us. But for me, he's not. I'm sorry, he's not. You know. Esatto, Adam. I am sportivo, yes, but when you start pushing my buttons, because tonight is a Juventus channel, so I'm allowed to be a Juventino. So, a casa tutti. Thank you. A 4-3-3 with Berardi, Vlahovic, Chiesa. I don't know. I don't see it. We tried that 4-3-3. No. I don't want Berardi. I don't know about you, Anthony. Me personally, I don't want Berardi.
Well, so this kind of ties into the comment, James. He asked me who I would play in a back four. So I'm controversial apparently because I think you could easily play with Bremer, Danilo, Gatti, Cambiaso. Yeah, that exact back four, except I would flip Cambiaso on the left and Danilo on the right. And then everybody yells at me, oh, Danilo can't play right back. Okay. So
well, Bremer cannot play as four. What I know, because we win this. That's why he plays the three. It's the same with what's his name, Bastoni. You will see in Italy with the 4 defense, he's not good, but then with Inter with 3 people, he's good. So I don't know.
But see,
how is that going to work?
Even that drives me crazy. They're professional players. How can you tell me this guy with one extra guy beside him, I can't play? That, like, to me, that doesn't make any sense.
Look at Bastoni the last game. He wasn't playing that well with the national team with the 4 defense.
Well, you know why? Because they had him and Scalvini, and they're both playing.
Yeah, true.
Right?
I'll grab another one. Continue. Yeah. I'll be here.
But I still don't like. To me, that just I don't get that. Like, they're professional players. Like, okay, it's all about comfort. Like, I get that, but I don't know. Personally, like Pasquale's 4-man backline there with Gatti, Bremer in the middle and Cambiaso, Danilo, I would just flip them and put Cambiaso on the left and Danilo on the right. But again, I get everybody attacks me and says Danilo can't play right back. So then, okay, if he can't play right back, Timothy Weah played right back at Lille all of last year and the year before. So put Weah and Cambiaso on the wings, and in the middle you put Gatti and Bremer, and then you sub one of the 2 of them. If they get tired, Bremer or Gatti, you put in Danilo as a center back.
Yes.
And Sandro has to play when he comes back from injury, has to play in the middle too, because he can't play left back for shit. So like, you know.
But did you see what James is saying? He said, I support that. I can't wait for, I think he's talking about the Shilio.
Yeah,
to come back for superstar.
Yeah,
he loves the Shilio.
And that's the thing. I don't like the Shilio either. But yeah, the Shilio could be our
no,
vice.
He likes to be funny with the shit.
Then the other thing too is then everybody, because this is the thing, nobody's happy no matter what anyone says. Whether you say I say nobody's happy. We can never agree, right? But even like James said, that it's a good call to put Weah as a right back, right? But then
100%.
No, but then they say, oh, but he's better offensively. And I said, yeah, okay, that's fine. But you're asking me 4-3-3, how to make it work. Your midfielders, all you need in the midfield is Rabiot, Locatelli, Fagioli, Miretti.
We heard about this too, 3-4-3. I don't know. I think that's what Pioli did recently. But...
Well, Max could do that right now. And he could keep the three defense.
That's what they were saying if they bring Berardi, but not even James wants Berardi.
Right.
We have a
Szczesny, Danilo, Bremer, Gatti, Cambiaso, midfield, Rabiot, Locatelli, Samardzic up front. Yeah, Samardzic, if they can get him, sure.
If they can get him, Pasquale.
I agree, but see, even that, like, I don't know. I'm starting to even like a 4-2-3-1 and having like
4-2-3-1 would be not bad.
Samardzic.
That's what Sassuolo plays sometimes.
Yeah, I like even and again, okay, I'm going to use this team, and already everybody's going to give me shit because they're really good. But I like Ancelotti's formation with Real Madrid, and I get it. Real Madrid has all the players for it, but they play a diamond midfield. So they have one attacking midfielder and then the two wings and then one defensive midfielder. Like we could easily do that with two guys up top, Vlahovic and Chiesa, and you can
Well,
have
this ends with Summer with his dad.
yeah,
Because they had the bad experience. I know.
the medical with Inter.
I
Right?
said no Berardi. This is my second beer, James. I said at the beginning, no, but I'm not drunk, James. Don't worry. I agree with you. And I agree with you with this one. Yeah, 4-3-1-2, sure.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
like we haven't done that for a while.
No, they won't do it. They won't do it. But I think it would work with who they have now because the one up top has to be either Fagioli, Miretti, or even Locatelli could play there. But if not, you have, like I said, in front of the defense, you have Locatelli or Rabiot. And yeah, you can use, like I said, Fagioli or Miretti up top to help Vlahovic and Chiesa up top, right?
Yeah.
Ideally, if Pogba didn't the thing with Pogba didn't happen, he would have been the one behind the two strikers.
I know.
That was the plan. But again, then everybody says, okay, but who are the four defenders, right?
Yeah.
In that case, like I said, Weah Cambiaso, Gatti Bremer, and make Bremer learn to play with four at the back. Otherwise, get rid of him and bring in a center back that will play with four at the back.
I know you said that for a while to get rid of Bremer.
I know it's unpopular. I get it because I didn't want. Last year. My last year self would have never said that. I would have said, no, you're crazy. Like Bremer's good, this and that. I personally, if EPL teams are coming in and they're throwing money at Bremer, I would just say get rid of him and get a center back that will play four at the back. So you can start to.
I don't know, man. I do like Bremer. But we're saying all these names, Ealing, but you saw what happened the other day. He put him at the last minute, Ealing. I don't know. We'll see. Well, he doesn't like young players, Mr. Max. Sorry.
When he doesn't like the thing is his substitution timing, is not the greatest either. Yeah, what do you like? I don't know.
Fagioli not ready unless you get somebody. Fagioli is growing. At the second half with the Lecce, come on. He's playing good. You got to give that kid credit. I know he plays scared, but when he has the chance, I can't wait to see him at the national team. Hopefully, he's on the national team next week, whatever that is. But Fagioli, don't touch Fagioli, man. That's my boy.
Even him, though, he was getting frustrated. He was yelling at, I think, one time Bremer or somebody else, like to move and run because they're just standing still. They give him the ball, and he's looking for someone to pass to, and they're everybody's standing still.
But the thing is, what I heard today too, Chiesa is keep on insisting to Max to do modern soccer, and that's what I think that's one of the reasons the players are getting frustrated because they don't like that kind of style.
Yeah, this is like, instead of subbing in the 90th minute, now he's subbing in the 80th minute. Yeah, it's true. He does the worst. He does the worst.
And you still give credit, like what they did to Vlahovic. Come on. James, you're the best. You're a pain in the ass, but you're the best.
That's funny. But yeah, and then like what Pasquale's saying, like realistically, they don't have a trequartista right now unless you get Samardzic. But
well, he told me the other day we did a live meet Pasquale with Super Calcio. For all of you, if you want to watch Super Calcio, it's on YouTube, Facebook. Great people. They know that they're from Toronto, by the way.
Oh yeah,
and the paisans. Yeah, you're paisans.
Yeah.
Pasquale, he's from Toronto too. I don't know where he lives, but maybe you guys may have seen each other. I don't know. But he knows John Groh, and Ivan Groh, right, Anthony?
No, I've never met him, but just John.
You know John Groh, yeah. He knows John Groh. I met Ivan through Super Calcio.
Yeah.
And he was saying, Pasquale, he was insisting that Samardzic is going to come. I don't know. I won't believe it till I see it.
Well, it would be nice. I mean, like I said, it would be an upgrade in the midfield for sure. He would help because he's creative and he's more offensive. But we'll see. Like it all depends really where Udinese is at that time, who's available, where we are in the standings. Like, are we close to competing and challenging? Like, we have to see.
No, he has a point too. He always puts Miretti. I know. Well, he put Sorry. With Lecce Fagioli.
From Woodbridge,
So
yeah, of course. Everybody's from Woodbridge. I'm from Richmond Hill, but close enough. We're pretty much
close
named.
enough. Oh,
Yeah,
small
we're pretty
world.
much. Like for me to get to Vaughan Woodbridge from where I am, it's like 15 minutes. So yeah,
Hmm.
that's where the club is. That's where we go watch the games with the Toronto
Oh,
club.
nice.
Yeah, so
Well, you might see this guy. He's with the Inter club too, but
oh no.
I met him through online. He seems a cool guy. A little
Yeah,
bit
no, he
old
knows his
school.
stuff. He knows
He
his
knows
stuff.
his stuff. He likes Allegri. What do you expect?
But even like what he's saying about so if
But
Allegri
he knows
prefers
his stuff. I know he knows.
if
Con
Allegri
rispetto, Pasquale, non ti sto offendendo. Fai bravo. He's a Calabrese too, so I have to be careful.
oh, then we're good. Then we're
Yeah.
good.
Well, I'm
But
good too because I'm Abruzzese because that's why we go bad heads because we're both testadura. So
yeah, exactly. But no, he's saying that he prefers Miretti, right? So if he prefers Miretti, he could. I'm pretty sure growing up in the U19s and stuff, he played trequartista because Miretti's more offensive, right?
I don't mind Miretti. Like I have a feeling he's gonna score soon, but he does a lot of mistakes. Even Fagioli the first half he did a lot of mistakes. So
Yeah.
Pepino Prisco. Oh. You see, guys, at Toronto there's an Inter club. Unfortunately, Vancouver there isn't. Wow.
You guys aren't inclusive, eh?
Oh. Moving on, my friend. Let's get in talks for the next games. Um, you want to talk about the important games or just the Juve game? Because we all know they're going against Atalanta. We did say our 3 cents. Just to do a little recap. What are our thoughts for the next games?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. We could do that.
Yeah, because it's pretty interesting games.
Yeah, I know.
So Saturday, Lecce Napoli. Signorina Anna, preparati. Lecce is gonna give it to you because especially in Lecce, the field is not 100%. So
Right.
good luck on you, Signorina. Poi, this is gonna be a match I want to watch. Milan and Lazio. We're gonna see the true colors of Milan with Lazio.
Yeah, that's going to be a good game too. It's going to be
You know,
close.
you know what I'm feeling about this Milan game? Last year, Inter they lost the first part.
Yeah.
Milan, Lazio, Juventus, and Roma. I have a feeling Milan is going to go. We'll see with Lazio how good they're going to be. They're going to take Inter's place. What happened to Inter last year? They're going to lose these four top teams.
We'll see. Honestly, like I
think Lazio's going to win.
You know what? I'm
Go
actually
ahead.
going to say the opposite. I think Milan will win, but I'm hoping that Luis Alberto scores so that my Fantacalcio he gets me points. That's it.
Oh, he's going for Napoli. I give a
Napoli.
1-0 to Lecce because, yes, Napoli beat Udinese, but this Udinese, paesano,
You know
you
what's
give him
funny?
1-1 for, wow. I don't know. We'll
funny.
see.
It's funny because I think actually that's going to be the scoreline in Lecce and Napoli. I think they'll be. To me that smells of a draw, like 1-1. Napoli Lecce. Milan
Yeah,
Lazio will be low scoring, maybe 1-0 or 2-1.
for
Milan.
Lazio.
Well, you
You
guys
go
are
for
saying
Milan?
Lazio. I think Milan. Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll
But
see.
they beat Cagliari 3-1, but it's Cagliari. We'll see if Lazio, I know Lazio's been up and down, but never
Well,
underestimate Lazio.
even that game though, like I was watching it, right? And like even that game was sloppy for Cagliari because they were really
They did a
trying.
lot of mistakes.
They were trying to press an attack. Really, like they really wanted to score and to put the game away early. And I think what happened was they made too many mistakes, which Milan was on the counter and they scored. Right, so they capitalized on their chances. But the thing is, Lazio's not going to play like that. Sadi doesn't. Well, he's more offensive, but not like Cagliari the way they were playing. Ranieri's got that team playing more like, especially against the big teams. You're saying he doesn't want them to be like scared. He wants them to be fearless and push. But that game it bit them in the ass, right? So
Yeah, because they did mistakes.
yeah, well, sure, and that's why Milan sat back and they were waiting. So with Lazio, it's going to be the same. Like Sarri's going to be, it's like a chess match, right? He's going to be trying to wait and see if they can counterattack on Milan and go back and forth. But like you said, they played Dortmund on Tuesday in Champions League. What's more important? The second game in Champions League against Dortmund or this game against Lazio, right? So they got to wait.
They want to go forward to Champions League. We'll see. Because he's probably going to rest players, Pioli.
And remember, Dortmund lost their first game against PSG. And Milan tied Newcastle. So Milan, in a way, has the upper hand, right? But we'll see.
I know, but Dortmund, I remember was tough. They're good. I don't know if you watched them, but...
Oh, yeah. No, they're good. They're a really good team. So I won't put anything past them, that's for sure.
I forgive you, James. Don't worry. But you can give your 2 cents on these little predictions.
Don't worry, James. I've had my tough share of time, too. I had to make some changes, and we're getting better. But yeah, what are the next games?
The next game, Salernitana Inter in Salerno. Mamma mia.
No, it's
a goal from Cabrera, if he's still playing with Salernitana. I can't remember.
I don't think that's happening, my friend. I don't think that's happening. I think
what happened last year, remember?
Yeah.
No,
I know.
So we'll see. I don't know. I'll give a 1-0 to Salernitana. I'm sorry, Pasquale, but I'm gonna give it to you guys because you guys kind of pissed me off recently. But yeah, Bologna, Empoli. I'll give credit to Empoli. At least if they can win once for Empoli.
They won the last on Tuesday. They won their first
on Tuesday.
Game. Yeah,
Against
Baldanzi scored. Who did they play? Salernitana, I think, or somebody. But they won their first game.
Yeah, Salernitana. You're right.
Yeah, so they actually did get their first win. Right now, the only team that hasn't won is Cagliari because I think they tied a couple games and or them.
Well, Roma has been losing. We'll get into Roma. Well, speaking. Then Udinese, Genoa. I give Genoa 1-3-0. They have Retegui. He's scoring. Udinese sta facendo cagare. I'm sorry. Sunday, Atalanta, Juventus. What are your thoughts about this game? Me, I don't know, because I'm scared with Atalanta. I'm telling you, every time I play Atalanta, I get scared, man. Like with every team now.
Gasparini ball.
Yeah. They calculated my score, that little bastard. We'll see.
Yeah, well, no. He won't. Well, actually, no, I don't think he's going to score. I don't think
he's been scoring. Thanks to Gasparini's been scoring. Under Pioli, he hasn't been scoring. So, I don't know, man. I have a bad feeling with this game. I don't want to be negative.
Well, again, selfishly for Fantacalcio purposes, I have Coop Miners, which we were supposed to get him, which I would love him in the midfield. Coop Miners. I don't know what happened to that rumor. Juve was supposed to get him. They were interested, whatever. If they could get him.
Yeah, but it's too much rumors over rumors.
Him or Samardzic. But anyway, they had him. He's a midfielder. They had him playing right wing, Gasparini, the last game, and he scored. So I don't know. We got to watch out because now, like I said, our buddies.
I'm going to say I'm sorry for all my fellow Juventini. 2-0 for Atalanta. The Cateller and the striker, the black guy. I can't remember his name.
Muriel or Lukman?
Lukman, yeah.
Lukman, yeah. Well, I don't know.
I know, but they can be scary, Pasquale. I know most of you even thinking to attack me, but I'm going to keep it that way.
So you're saying 2-0 Atalanta?
Yeah. You?
Okay. I'm going totally against what I just said. This whole 50 or hour and 4 minutes. It's going to be 1-0 Juve, Cortomuso, and I'm going to pull my hair out. I'm going to have no hair the next time you see me.
And who's going to score? Vlahovic? Chiesa?
No. Well, okay, so this is the thing. Vlahovic was apparently in jeopardy. Then he trained today. So, I don't know. I would say him, but no, I think
Chiesa.
I'm going to go with Chiesa, yeah.
Okay. Roma, Frosinone. I give Frosinone 2-0. Another loss for Mourinho. I'm sorry, Mourinho.
Did you see our buddy Soulé? He scored today. A header.
Yeah, but did you hear his last comments? about him going to Frosinone. He said the coaching, the training, it's more harder. Like it's a lot of work compared where he was before. I
Yeah,
posted it today. I said it is what it is. That's what happens. You're under Allegri.
him, our buddy Delict, when he left and went to Bayern Munich, he
Yeah,
said,
but the Ligt should not complain because he's been
"I
on the
know."
bench and he's been terrible.
Well, I'm saying in regards to the training, okay? In the training, he
No, no,
said,
I
"Oh,
understand, but the lit he should shut up
no, I
because that
know."
guy, no, because that guy thinks we sold them okay 70, 80 million, whatever. We got the money, but you're
Yeah.
a nobody. You're a nobody. If like I got a Holland, Bayern Munich, where's the leader that we seen? So in these 4 years that we got you, we wasted our money on you. You know, and you're saying that you're mad because we didn't go through the Champions League and all that kind of stuff. Like, give me a break, man.
Well, he was the cause of one of them.
Yeah, with the handball, he was playing
Yeah.
volleyball.
Yeah. But no, with him it was just bad timing. But I'm just saying, like, it's funny that all these guys they leave Juve and all of a sudden it's their training is not that great and this and that. I thought you were gonna say about the one comment he made. He said his dream is to come back to Juve, and he said he's just like thankful for Frosinone for giving him the chance to play and giving him minutes and
No,
whatever.
he likes Juve
Yeah.
because he's a young kid, so he might come back. Who knows? Then we got the famous Sassuolo against Monza. Maybe a tie. I don't think Sassuolo's going to win again.
That's you know what that's a pretty good game actually because even Monza they're a little sneaky, right? So yeah, that I
Well,
can
I
see that
heard
would be a good
today,
draw.
Popets, the ex-player of Atalanta, he might join Monza.
Oh, okay.
Gomez, what's that guy's name?
Gomez.
Aspetta. I'll
Oh,
find it.
Papu Gomez, really?
Yeah, Papu Gomez, yes. I'll look at it
From
right now.
he plays for I think Sevilla right now or whatever. But yeah, he used to play for Atalanta, and then apparently Gasparini like punched him or something, and then that's why he left Atalanta.
Yeah, it said on Italian football. Papu Gomez is finally returning Serie A. Monza are set to sign Papu as a free agent. Medic already booked because Caprari is suffering ACL injury.
Caprari.
So,
Oh wow, yeah, that's tough. That's a tough loss for them. So, but
did he score the legit? But he was on the bench for a long time.
yeah, but he'll score, but again, yeah, he didn't start. Like,
Yeah, but he was at the bench for a long time. So
you got to remember the reason why he's not starting is because they got Kim from Napoli, right? That's why.
I know, but he was there before Kim. He should stay longer.
Oh yeah, no, I know. They have a good team. Like they have a lot of good defenders. It is what it is, right? So.
Yeah, then the last two games of match 7, Torino Verona. I'll go for Torino. They're playing pretty good. Then
Yeah,
Fiorentina
Torino's gonna win that
Cagliari. I say a tie for Fiorentina Cagliari.
Oh, you think so, eh? Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, well, give a little bit of credit, to
Yeah.
Cagliari. You want Cagliari to lose again.
No, well, yeah, it would be nice to see them get one, but yeah. And then what about next week, the following
Champions?
week?
Champions League?
Like next weekend, Serie A. After
Oh, you
that
want to
week.
know about next weekend, Serie A? Then we get into Champions League?
Sure.
Are you? Oh, because I did this week. I did. Okay. You want
Okay,
to
then do Champions League first. Yeah.
No, we can finish up. I did match 7 for this week, correct? You want to know next week? Okay, Friday, Empoli, Udinese, Lecce, Sassuolo.
That's a good game.
Yeah, sorry, my iPad here is being a caca. Yeah, and that's being slow when I need it. Okay, sorry. Lecce, Sassuolo. Well, we just talk about the games. There's Inter Bologna in Milano. Then Juventus Torino. That's going to be a tough one. Saturday, 7th.
Yeah.
Then Genoa Milan. You imagine Genoa beats Milan? Oh my God. That'll be. Then Monza Salernitana. Lazio Atalanta. Frosinone Verona. Then Cagliari Roma. Then Napoli Fiorentina. Pretty much the top games next week. It's going to be Juventus Torino.
Lazio Atalanta.
Lazio Atalanta. Napoli, Fiorentina. Then, of course, if you're curious, Inter, Bologna, then Genoa, Milan.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's it's gonna be tough. Gonna be tough, but like I said,
there
three
was smash Kyrie. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to give credit to Kyrie. You know, I don't want to be too rude with Kyrie. You know what I mean? But I know what you mean, Pasquale. So let's get into Champions League if I can get, because unfortunately my app it doesn't let me download. You know, one football. It shows everything, so I have to go to
Oh,
stupid
okay.
online.
Yeah,
UEFA Champions League. Okay. Are you gonna give me the right one? Okay, so Inter Sociedad, that was last week. Because next week, get prepared. Let's wait and see. Match 2. Okay, so I guess it's match 2. Yes. Okay. Sorry enough. Match 2, Champions League, Union Berlin in Braga, which I heard, what's his name? Bonucci's been pretty good there. Then Salzburg and Real Sociedad. Then we got Inter Benfica. Guys, I
Oh,
don't want to give it to you. Benfica is going to be tough, so I'm curious to see. Because Di Maria, I know last game they lost because they had a red card, so we'll wait and see. Then PSV, Sevilla, Copenhagen, Bayern, Man United, Galatasaray, Real
yeah.
Madrid, Napoli and Real Madrid.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Signorina Anna,
Yeah.
Angelotti. um, The Lens in Arsenal, Atletico Madrid, Feyenoord.
Hmm.
I don't know these teams. Antwerp,
Yeah, Royal Antwerp.
Shakhtar.
Shakhtar, yeah.
Then yeah, Wednesday at 12. No, yeah, Wednesday at 12 o'clock. Dortmund, Milan in Germany.
Yeah. That's tough. Away to Dortmund is a tough game for Milan.
Well, I don't
But
kind of feel sorry for Roma because you cannot lose with all these games, Pasquale. Cagliari, it's a small team. I kind of feel sorry for Cagliari, not for Roma. As much I like Roma because it's close by my town, Celano, like an hour away. But
yeah.
Newcastle, PSG.
Ooh, that's a good
Yeah,
one.
yeah, I might watch that too. Yeah, your cousin, right, or your
No,
brother-in-law.
my brother-in-law loves PSG. Yeah, he's a big
Then
PSG.
Leipzig, Man City, then Porto, Barcelona. I'm
Ooh.
gonna Barcelona has been tough, man. I'm gonna look at that. Then
Yeah, Porto's a
Celtic to
good team too.
Lazio. What's that?
Who I said Porto's a good team too. Sorry, I missed who does Lazio play?
Lazio plays with Celtic.
Oh, Celtic. Okay. That's that's not going to be an easy game for them, but what's going on?
Vincenzo. This guy has been bugging me on
Forza
Facebook.
Genoa.
Yeah, he's a Lazio fan. He's been bugging me on Facebook about the Lazio game, how he lost. Buddy, relax, we beat you. A casa, no rompere.
Yeah. No, that's good, man.
Uh,
That's funny.
so yeah, that's pretty much it.
But yeah,
What?
what did you cuz I know cuz we talked about next
You
week's
covered?
game,
Yeah.
right? And then like the Champions League, then next week's game. So, but the next 3 games, so Sunday Atalanta, then next week at home against Torino, the derby, and then it's international break,
Draw break. Yeah.
and then we go to the San Siro to play Milan.
Oh
So,
man.
like I said, I don't know. This is just could be totally way off here, but my hunch is that these 3 games are going to really tell us what the season's going to look like the whole season because
Yes, that's going to be a test from there. Then we'll see what's going to happen.
they're not going to go 0-3, so I'm not going to go crazy and say they're going to lose all 3 games, but
Well, I'm hoping at least against Milan we win. At least Milan.
so
A nice 2-0. So,
I as much as I love my team, I don't see them going 3-0, but what I can
No.
see is 2 wins and a draw or a win, a loss, and a draw, which is
Win and loss and draw. Okay, yeah, that'd be good too.
no, it's not that it's good. It's just that's Juventus in a nutshell. They
Mm.
they draw Atalanta,
Okay.
They beat Torino and they lose to Milan, like something like that, right? And again, we're just back to square one. Where are they going to be in the standings at that point? You know what I mean? So
You actually think Mirko we're gonna win it all? Okay, I will save this comment. Then I'll message you when that happens.
hey,
I
if
don't
that
know, Mirko.
happens,
You're too confident, man. I'm not. So hey, maybe you might give us luck after what you just said tonight.
I'll be the first to say congratulations. You were right, Mirko. I hope so, but I think
Yeah,
two wins and a draw. I'm gonna say 2 wins and a draw.
I'll open a bottle of champagne. How's that, Mirko? I'll
Yeah,
text you.
there you go. We now read Mr. Pasquale here. See,
Inter
according
will lose to Salernitana and
no,
Benfica. You actually think you're gonna beat Benfica, buddy? After your performance with Real Sociedad, I don't know, man. We got the La Magia, so good luck.
I
I'm
think
being funny, but anything can happen because with you
yeah,
guys, anything can happen. After that loss with Sassuolo, I don't know, Paesano.
I think they'll draw Benfica, but they'll beat Salernitana. So and like my cousin Matteo saying, yeah, 2 wins and a draw is most likely. But again, the Juventus thing to do is a win, a loss, a draw to go 1-1-1. That's just that would sum it up for me. So
Yeah, but you can be too positive too. I used to be like that. I said we're gonna beat Milan, but uh, we'll see, bro. Well, I'm not hoping to lose. Listen, Mirko,
yeah,
I
well,
don't want them to lose. But for me, Atalanta, it won't be easy to win. That's my thoughts.
yeah. Well, and
So
that's the thing. We're not trying to be overly positive, but we're also not trying to be overly negative. I think we're pretty balanced, in the sense of what our
I
thoughts
will
are.
see it till I believe it, my friend.
And even that, 3 ties. If they tie all 3 games, they get points, but still it's
Not
in
good.
order to be in the top 4, they got to win 2 out of 3 for
Two
me.
out of three.
They can't
With
go
Torino, I'm hoping so because with the problem with Torino, there's always problems. Either you tie, we win last time. Yes, we were down to one, then we beat them 3-1 last year, the last game.
yeah.
So I'm hoping to see that again
Yeah, I'm not going to
because with
underestimate.
these big games, we see a different side of Juventus. The small teams we struggle, then with the big teams, and I hope to see that with Milan at least 2-0 because we lost with Milan twice last year. Even though the referee were against us whatsoever, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like, I don't want to underestimate any of the teams, but I think for me, like, they should beat Torino because Torino is not a strong team this year. But it's a
Well,
derby.
they have some buzzer.
Yeah,
So
yeah, but they're not as strong. They lost Singo. They lost like they got Schurz in the back line to replace Bremer, but I still think that's the team they're going to beat, and Atalanta and Milan are up for debate.
I agree with you, Mirko. I agree with you. Like we just witnessed with Inter Milan. Inter beats Milan, then they lose with Sassuolo. We lost with Sassuolo. Same with who they lost. Man City, they lost with Newcastle. And Mallorca tied with Barcelona. I totally agree with you. But like I just said, Mirko, I think we might lose, which I hope not with Atalanta, but I'm hoping to win against Milan because it's always nice to win against Milan.
Yeah,
So
at the San
we'll
Siro
see.
too would be
So
nice.
it gives them the grinta, you know what I mean? But even if we win with Atalanta, it will give them the grinta juice, like the Juve barber says.
Yeah. Well, let's hope it doesn't turn out like last year's game because I'm pretty sure they lost like 3-0 at the San Siro. I remember that game. We got
The
smoked.
first one, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't play well at all.
But it's
So,
even true there was a call from Orsado, didn't do a good job with the referee, which Nick confirmed with me. And he's a big
right.
fan of Orsado. And
Yeah.
Nick, but what are you going to do? But at the same
Yeah.
time, we didn't play well too. I remember that game. Quadrado was
No.
all over the place. It was bad. I hope not to see that in a couple of weeks.
And so it's funny too because remember what was the last game after international break? Was it the not the Sassuolo game. It was the one before, the Lazio game, I think, right? After international break? Was the Lazio our first game? I can't remember. But anyway,
After that, it was Lazio.
because I was going to say, remember what I said about that game? I'm like, oh, I'm worried Juventus is going to be sleepy. Remember? I said after international break. Remember I told you I was worried about that? And then they ended up playing the best game of the season. So let's see if they can do it again. I don't know if they're gonna that's what I'd be worried about is they go on international break, then they come back and they lay an egg against Milan, right? But who knows? They played their best game of the season against Lazio after international break. So let's see if they can go 2 for 2.
What are you trying to say, Mirko? Who are you trying to ask the question at? To us? When did you win your first Scudetto? I wasn't even born for our first Scudetto. I don't know who's asking the question. If you guys had Quadrado still
win for sure. Yeah.
Hey, well, you're gonna join Quadrado. I want to see how many times you're gonna call him Tuffatore that always takes the penalty kicks, eh? Now Quadrado è uno di noi, eh, Pasquale? Come siete bravi. Mamma mia. Ma. We'll see. We'll see what happens, guys. You have anything else to add up, my friend?
No, I think we covered pretty much everything.
Everything.
It's been, like the record shows they're doing well, but this past week, the few games they've played, it's been up and down, and who knows what's going to happen on Sunday, right? You never know what you're going to get with this team. That's, I guess, I don't know if you want to call it the beauty of it, but it's,
I don't know.
A gift and a curse.
Well, La Palle so.
But
the first time
winning,
buddy, the first time I was like 11, 12. I'm 38. Like, what are you trying to say, my friend? That's a long time ago. How many years is that? 38, 27 years ago?
Both of us. So me too. Okay, well, I'm 33, so I was born 1990. So the first Scudetto I would have saw was in the late 90s.
Yeah, because I came to Italy in 1995 when I moved back to Italy. So let's see. Yeah, because 96 I saw the Champions League. 1995.
Yeah, see, that I didn't see because I was 6 years old. So I
didn't see this. What are you trying to say, Mirko? I saw, let's say 1995, because when I first came in, right away, my eyes were Juventus. Then, of course, 1996, I liked it more because of the Champions League. Then Ravanelli, Deschamps, No, I'm just kind of curious what Mirko has to say. I don't think he's trying to be mean. Getting a pick for Italy next week? Well, I think Chiesa and Fagioli. Yeah, I don't think your boy Immobile. I'm sorry, man.
They said maybe even Keane, but it depends if he's healthy. Like if he gets healthy.
What about yours, Mirko? I think you're older than us. What about yours? The 90s? Because I moved to Italy because I was born in Vancouver, but I moved to Italy in 1995. So that's because I saw Roberto Baggio back then. Then, of course, I loved it, Piero. Then I liked it more with Vialli when we win that famous Champions League, which it's been over 30 years. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, my first jersey was from '98 season, so that's the season that I remember.
Yeah, mine was 96.
From that point on, '98 season with Zidane and Del Piero, but
yeah, I remember that year.
Then after that, it's the little bit in the 2000s and Calciopoli and
famous Calciopoli.
The rest is history, as they say, right? So
yeah, the famous Calciopoli, which someone got gifted a scudetto di cartone.
Yeah, we won't mention names, but
we all know what we're talking about. Oh well, my first my first when I was 1 year old, 1974. Really, you remember 1 year old? Wow, good for you. Well, by the way, he's from Torino. Wow, paesano.
Nice.
Pizzica. So good for you, man. So I have to confirm what you say. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So you say we're gonna win all three? Okay, I agree with you. After what I see right now, I can agree with you.
Hey, like I said, I'm not gonna say it, but I'd be happy if they won all three, of course, right? Turn things around.
I
Wouldn't have
always like
anything.
to take baby steps at a time. I don't want to be too sure because I've been in for years to be too sure. Like the Champions League, then we lost these last 4 years terribly, and I'm just like, shh. I say that we're not going to win, so the chances that we're going to win. So I like to play this tactic, you know. Like I said, with Milan, I will love to win. I'm telling you right now.
Hey, if they win all three, we won't have any bad things to say about Max. So let's hope they
From
win.
Zvenga, Bram,
89.
1989. Wow, yeah, you're a little bit older than me. Me was 1995 because I lived in Canada, and well, I was born in Canada, like I said, Vancouver. Then I moved to Italy when I was 9. So
Yeah.
yeah, 1995. Yeah, 94. Let's say. Yeah. Then
Hmm.
I started understanding what is the Serie A. Then I, my mom, me, my mom, my brothers, Milanisti. I was the only Juventino, which I'm proud.
Oh wow.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, which it was funny when we win the Champions League. My mom and my brothers were celebrating because my mom is sportiva, right? So,
Right.
but of course, nobody who touches Milan touches the deck. That's why I kind of give credit to Milan sometimes because you don't want to go for Inter. Of course, I go for Milan. But of course, Inter give a nice mazziatona, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to say thank you all. Carl Lewis got a gold medal because Ben Johnson. Sure. Yeah. Sure. You guys don't cheat. Remember, it was gifted to you 2006. Remember that. Thanks to Giuliano Rossi. In 1994, I already saw
Losing. Yeah.
some Champions League. Oh, mamma mia. That must be hurtful. Huh? We're so unlike on Champions League. Miracle. It's unbelievable. We'll see with the Rinascita from next year. We might win some, but I don't know, man. Anyways, thank you all. Put a like and subscribe to my channel, Anthony. It's always a pleasure to have you, which I'm going to have you more often. Always
Yeah.
for
No, thank
Juventus talks.
Thank you. Appreciate
Yeah,
it as always. It's always fun. So, let's do it again. Hopefully, like I said, the next time we do this, we won't have too much negativity towards Max, and it'll
yeah,
be a little bit more, playing a little bit better style of play, whatever. But we'll see. We'll see. We just, like I said, we just try to give our honest opinion and thoughts, right? And just
yeah.
go.
Well, I think we've been pretty good. We weren't really that bad, so I
Yeah,
hope
it's
for
not all.
next week we won't talk about the Max. We just talk about the team because I'm sick of talking about, all this
Yeah, it's
drama.
not all doom and gloom. Like we get that they're 4-1-1, but you know, it's how you get those results, right? And how
Yeah,
they play overall. And we'll see. Like, like Matteo was saying, maybe they go 2-1, they win 2 out of the 3 games, Torino, Atalanta, and then they draw Milan. Let's hope for the best, right? Or like
yeah.
Mirko said, maybe they win all 3. That's what we hope for, but I'd rather
Well,
be a
I'm
little bit.
gonna give hope on Miracle, so we'll
Yeah,
see.
like I said, I'd rather be a little bit more realistic and, kind of
I'll
expect.
message Mirko ti messaggio e facciamo una bottiglia di champagne on video,
Yeah.
okay? Okay, guys. Well, stay tuned for next week for some more live action, and I will talk to you, lovebirds, soon. Atalanta, they don't have Marinkowski.
Malinovsky,
Okay,
yeah.
Mirko. We'll talk about on Messenger, okay? Ciao, and dove cazzo sta? E arrivederci.
Ciao.